Well, we questioned where the English was going to be, and it's already making an appearance in game number 2 of the finals here in the first ever midweek muster. One and all, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Age of Empires 4 action. Team Elephants Louis MT with the English pick in this game. Wham, in game number 2, building an early lead, looks to back it up with a Japanese pick. In fact, let me switch that around because that score needs to be flipped. So, really cool game in the first one. We had a Chinese Juji matchup, kind of close to a mirror, but different on Atoll. Cliffside is kind of ambitious attempt here by Louis. I've said before that I think England can secretly be like top tier pick on Cliffside because of the Council Hall rush. But Japan can be a nuisance, especially if they get spawns like this. This is a jackpot. And what is up, Zuby0T? Thank you very much. Definitely blood for the blood gods coming in this one. Appreciate the subscription. Welcome back to Swarm. So, yeah, kind of tricky here because usually on this map where English look good, it's a bit RNG, coin flippy, because the gold being forward spawning gives you an advantage, right? You play Lombos, you pressure this resource here. The resource is berries. So the only way this now really works for Louis is if Wham gets barely any sheep. He's already up to 8. Louis is at 12, so it is trending better. I'm just not sure if he's trending well enough yet. Yeah, something tells me Louis is probably going to go for the Abbey of Kings. He's probably going to scout the spawn, go, oh. And although he sounds French for a name like Louis, I don't think he's going to say C'est la vie, but he's going to think it, whatever the equivalent is in Chinese. How do you guys vote, by the way? Ooh, lofty amount going in favor of Wham there. I mean, that first game was pretty impressive. I wouldn't write Louis off yet. I think he still has some really good, healthy picks. French/Jeanne has ranked up. French in particular feels a lot better than people were giving it credit for previously. Players have started to clock onto that. You've still got things like Mongols as well that with the right situation can distrominate the games. The question is going to be whether he's unraveled the draft enough. And okay, yeah, this could be a very quick second game. Council Hall is coming in from Louis. Wham, I love the way he began this. This is so underrated. Guys, just move forward. You need to build a house anyway. Build it straight away. Get into your Tawara. That'll give you the better gathering rate. And by the way, they recently buffed default berry gathering rate, which means Tawara, these wheelbarrow techs for Japanese were buffed as well as a result. So it's even bigger. Like gathering at this point, if I'm not mistaken, with just one tech level, might actually eclipse gathering from sheep. And what he's doing is he's taking the risky resource now before the potential Lombo rush or the King play comes in. Gura Storehouse going to be going up on the tree line. This became a really efficient thing a while back. I actually think B was the first player to start doing this frequently. By building the Gura Storehouse like this, yes, you are sacrificing some farm placements, but you protect yourself against aggressive civs like Lombos from English. But also, if you need to go wood, you've now saved 50 wood in the early game, which is really important to optimize those timings on getting outposts up on the gold. Of which, when you're up against English, you're typically going to need 2. 2TC English still favored versus Japan anyway? I don't know if that's entirely true. On a map like Cliffside, that can actually backfire very quickly. Especially considering like 2TC English will need to secure gold, right? But I understand the thought here from Louis. Louis is going to have to find a very specific timing around Rams. You can still make it work, even if Japan gets Castle Age. The logic being is if you have 2 or 3 Rams and they just teched up, you actually intentionally wait for them to drop a Yorishiro, and then you delete the building they drop it in with the Rams, right? So then they've lost the production increase. What would be ironic here is if Wham played into the... Oh god, I don't even want to say it. If he played into the Buddhists up against the guy who has had the most success with them, right? Unlikely, but possible we could see Temple of Equality. Is it 5% buff on berry gathering? I think so. Someone could double check the numbers. I think it increased by like 0.06. Might be 10%. Actually, no, it might be. I think there was 0.66. Now there's 0.69. Nice. But then with the 25% increase, like you're better than the 0.75 of sheep, right? So just one level of wheelbarrow makes you better at gathering berries than gathering mutton. And it looks like the mutton gathering is going to come to an end as Louis does muster the first Lombos on the front line. Now, notice that Wham is trying to be very efficient about this. He only put 2 in the end on the Kura storehouse so that he can get double outpost up over here while not sacrificing the scalability of his Castle Age play. With the stone gathered, he's almost going to be peak pointed here to go for the double arrow slits. It's a bit of a gamble, though. Notice he queues up this one. Still needs to get a little bit more stone before he can prep the second. If Louis moves with urgency now, he could arrive before the outpost gets arrow slits on the west side. But he needs to move fast. And right now, Louis is not moving with that urgency. Instead, he's choosing to target the farms. All right, Louis. So, from this position, you need blacksmiths. Like, right now. Because you're going to need to get into siege engineering ASAP here. You've got 5 longbows. You should be able to protect yourself. Instead, though, there's no way he's going to DC. No, that would be pure insanity. That would be 2 TC at, like, what, 9 minutes? You'd have 2 Mad Samurai coming towards your base by then. So it doesn't make much sense. Yeah, it has to be for the arrow sleds. So we have got the outpost on the way. It does block the wood, but remember there's a secondary tree line here, so this isn't the backbreaker straight off. What it will give Louis is a good attack speed aura, but if this is the strat he wants, he's probably going to need to set up a barracks here as well to deal with the potential Mounted Samurai on the way. I don't know, I'm not convinced by the outpost arrow slits play. I mean, I'm hoping he's going to be able to prove me wrong here. I don't want to have this situation where we're trending 2-0. Usually when you get 2 games ahead, you get a ridiculous lead in tournament play because the effects it has on the draft, your opponent can essentially force you to throw away really good civs by intentionally selecting bad civs so that you're weaker on the follow-up map, right? And the dynamic of that is very important to highlight here, guys, because let's say, for example, Wham wins this map. Next map, he just gives Louis a freebie win. Well, that has a double impact because then what's happened, not only has Louis thrown away a really good civ that might have been fantastic on another map simultaneously, but then Wham gets to choose the bad map for the remaining civs, right? That's the power of early game advantages here. It's why I've always said I don't like the idea of giving a 1-game advantage in grand finals, right? Because it has this ridiculous impact. So floating gate now on the way. Wham is just trying to min-max what he can here while the longbow count is too low, but... Oh, that was uncomfortably close. 2 HP remaining. Does keep the worker alive. Has at least got the ability to use one of these farms still, but the arrow slits just came in, so that's going to be all these northern farms shut down. Because Louis hasn't killed these, and... Oh no, Wham, he didn't notice. Yeah, this is the tricky thing. Remember, these alerts are pinging constantly, so eventually they'll stop for Wham. He thought that was the farm being attacked. He didn't realize it was the villager. And this has to be Mounted Samurai. Louis trying to tech behind this. So I think his hopes is that this distracts long enough to get him his own age up. Probably with King's Palace here. Tricky part is, like, if you want to play this way, you still need to go some spears to delay the play, right? Wham. He is gathering the last piece of wood. The longbows came back. Another outpost went up. Okay, so I'm kind of getting convinced this is working a bit because Wham's pull was a little bit off. Another villager goes down. How dare I doubt him? The chosen of the Chinese. He may be doing this. Wham did get the wood. He has got the stables on the way, but he has no extra wood afterwards. So his Mounted Samurai have to be impactful. Now, food-wise, he's got 7 sheep left over. He should be able to get enough to get out of this. I'm starting to wonder if you have to go all in. Yeah, this is the only way it makes sense, right? Because the problem is Louis. He didn't build a racks. He didn't have Spearmen coming to block this play, so this has to pay off. The villager pull is on the way. 25 villagers. Almost the entirety of Louis MT's economy is coming. Is this going to fail, though? Villagers are getting trickled away out. Looks like one of them is going to be brought down. The Mounted Samurai has arrived, though. Louis, can he do this? We've seen him do this with White Towers before, but very different situations. Mounted Samurai is slowly being killed, but the second one just came out already. Louis MT Textiles is on the way. It's do or die. Wham, he's got the villagers coming as well. Shifts are out. He needs to micro this perfectly. Shuffles away. He needs to stagger them one by one, but instead he's kind of idling them out. He's going to go back in for the build here. Mounted Samurai, it goes the wrong way around. This is buying vital time. Wham, has he done enough? Because the garrison straight away is going to cost you, what, 2-3 villagers. He knows it. Wham backs out early. but it may be a little bit too late. The Lombos have been being ignored, so they've killed a few villagers in return. It looks like another one will go down. So 8 to 10 worker kills. After all that, Louis MT is somehow not dead. And now he has a strong stranglehold on Wham. Wham, who has snuck out to the south side to gather wood. The Longbow saw that. Now Louis MT can go immediately into a knight if he gets the food together to harass that eco. Holy crap. He can do a ram push? I hope you mean Louis, because Wham is not going to get the wood for that. All the gold coming in. I think he actually may need to consider dropping a marketplace here. Looks like the TC... Oh, Louis, what? Yeah, he just realized a little bit late there, so lost another villager. Knights are going to start dealing the outpost, but this is expensive, like unless you heal, and there we go. Shinto is on the way. So you will better pat the head better. At this point, you just want to switch the Shinto and kill him off. That way, your opponent can't collect relics. Second one should be coming out already, right? Did we... Has it been that long? Maybe it's not been that long. Probably going to be a forge drop coming in. You could actually go for a mill, like a farmhouse drop would be smarter here for Wham. He needs food. And Shinto was shoved away. So, well played by Louis. Does get the kill as well. That is important because you want to try to be leaning towards these relics soon. Remember, that gold isn't going to last forever. He's already been exhausting it heavily. 2,300 removed. Scout is going to arrive. Wolves are going up from Louis, and oh my god, he's just going for a kill. We've got trebuchets coming out of the White Tower. This is actually crazy. Yeah, siege workshops have to be prepped. Wham is going to have to siege this down in response. The problem, though, is that attack speed aura. You are at a disadvantage when it comes to your ability to break this. The Treb should break you first from the English. This is such a crazy game. I mean, I'm a little bit surprised Louis never went for that one knight. I think, like, looking at the map here, it would have made a lot of sense. He even scouted where the units were. Wall is going to be going up just in the nick of time here. Mad Samurai could potentially stab at the main base, because remember, yes, your opponent has forward economy, but he's been producing more economy at home. That's something you can exploit in this game. And we're already seeing Louis shuffling out to the east side. This is pretty smart. He's spreading and divesting his risk, right? Yes, one gold might get shut down, but if the other's operational, the Treb count can still escalate. Villagers. Oh, wow. Wham. He was distracted right there. Yeah, I think he was chasing away the one longbow. Which, by the way, oh my god, that one longbow just got double kill. And he's still alive. This is crazy, man. This game is so budgeted on each side. Both of them equal in economy. Military count looks absurdly tiny here. What an incredible game this is actually stacking up to being. Just game 2 of the grand finals. And we also have the wall down the center, right? So Wham can't immediately backstab. He has to wrap, shuffle all the way around. Triple Treb should be taking down the mana soon. There's no way the town center can be kept up anymore. It's not worth it. It's really cost inefficient for Wham. The tricky part as well is, like, he's at risk of just being annihilated here, right? So he's going to have to dive it soon. White Tower repairs are coming in. It's still only one Treb. Wham does have the second on the way. The Mount Samurai are looking to dive here, but... Good guys, this doesn't work. Wait, he's got more coming. If the villagers just garrison inside... Did he just wall it? That is outrageous. The Spearman buys vital time there, but the Mount Samurai are now in. He needs to garrison. Can he kill these quick enough? Villagers repairing on the trebuchet. Oh my god! What is this game? Louis starting to lose villagers now, but the Mount Samurai have been whittled down. They haven't got enough firepower left here. The repairs! Louis comes in clutch. He beats him! Wham! Not able to clear the siege. TC down. Kura storehouse not lasting much longer. And the villagers are back at repair. Wham has not got this. It's working against him right now. Kura storehouse about to fall. One landmark about to remain. And the villagers, he's all in. Louis knows it is now or never. Triple Treb is good enough. Dive comes in again. The second wave for Mount Samurai to attempt this. Are they going to be good enough? He breaks the wall intentionally to get in. Villagers have to come in with repairs. Trebuchet switched over to Mounted Samurai. Can they do this? Villagers, tap those little hammers. 150 HP. He goes for the kill. He's going to end the game. Villagers heading in! The traps! They haven't been killed! Wham! The White Tower's down, but it's only one-man samurai. The repair crew keeps it alive. And the most vile of turnarounds here, Louis takes the second game!